respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me, we're really close to getting this thing done. And he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He said, Melania loves you. She says, you're so beautiful. She says, you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here. And then I say to him what I've agreed to already in the back of my head. I say, look, I'm happy to do this for the short. Obviously, I don't want to have on my conscience that less Christian men could have died in the East if I just shut up.
That's a weird thing to say.
Candace Owens said Trump gave her a call over her coverage of Macron's wife's. Here we go. Ready?
And I get another message that's like, hey, keep your phone on. And anyways, this phone call is coming from Florida. Pick up the phone, and lo and behold, so here's what happened. I'm negotiating this thing. I'm negotiating Ukraine and Russia, and you wouldn't believe how many parts are part. It is President Donald J. Trump. He is calling me, and in true President Trump fashion, he jumps right into the narrative.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many moving parts there are to this peace process. A lot of parts, a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of dangly bits to trim. Any way you slice it.
She says that later.
Okay, here we go.
Now, hey, how you doing? He just jumps right into the narrative of exactly how this went down. I am literally, it is hard to catch my breath to comprehend that 4 days.
Okay, so let's unstrap this. I mean, unpack.
Ago, I'm ending a series about Brigitte Macron, and now I'm speaking to the President of the United States, and the topic of conversation, no matter which way you want to slice it, is about Macron's wife.
Any way you want to slice it, come on.
It's about her penis. It just writes, they write themselves.
It's penis. I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? Anyway, it's about Macron's wife's penis. I mean, there's no other way to say it, right? Anyways, I have Macron. I like Macron. We're speaking at the White House, and I'm walking him to his car. And, he says to me, Mr. President, can I speak to you for a second? I say, of course you can speak to me about anything. What's going on? And Macron wants to have a little sidebar. And then Macron says to him, Mr. President, do you know Candace Owens? And I say, yes, of course I know Candace Owens. What's going on? And then he continues his narrative, and he tells me that Emmanuel Macron is requesting to his face that I stop speaking about his wife. And one of the things Trump said is he tells me, she's old, and this is really, really impacting her. And then he said, I saw her, Candace, I saw her up close, and she looks like a woman to me. She looks like a woman to me. I had dinner with her at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And I explained to him that she has had this amazing doctor who specializes in transgenderism surgeries or feminization procedures. I'm talking to the President of the United States about this, guys. This is crazy. This is wacky. And I said to Trump, and I will be honest, that at that moment I realized that one day this is going to go into my autobiography. And so I got to say something funny. And I said to him, respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me, we're really close to getting this thing done. And he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He said, Melania loves you. She says, you're so beautiful. She says, you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here. And then I say to him what I've agreed to already in the back of my head. I say, look, I'm happy to do this for the short. Obviously, I don't want to have on my conscience that less Christian men could have died in the East if I just shut up.
That's a weird thing to say.
But I'm very clear.
This might be a stupid question, but how on earth would Macron's wife's dick figure into the Ukrainian peace process?
Is it that big?
Say that to Macron's wife's dick's face, Jimmy.
I mean, okay, I'll be honest. I don't give a shit about the Ukraine war anymore. I just want to see where this goes.
To him that this is going to be short term, and that I fully expect that in a few months I will be able to speak about this. He was about to commit to that, but then it felt to me like someone in the background was like, no, we need this conversation to stop altogether. And he doesn't say no or yes, but he just says, that he really needs to work with Macron long term, and they have this long working relationship. And I was very clear, this is not long term for me. Like, if you're close to this deal, ink it, let's get it done. And then he sort of offers at the end, he says, hey, maybe I can come on your podcast one day. I'm great for ratings. They're so Trumpian to give yourself a compliment. So I give him the Trump right back. And I say respectfully, Mr. President, I'm apparently good for ratings too, because you've got a leader of a country, the president of the country, asking you to ask me to do a favor. So
great point. That's a great point. Don't know what it has to do with Ukraine. So Ukraine, they can't have peace because of something with that guy's wife's dick, which we know is real because that call Trump just made.
Yeah. Well, and the big deal here is that Candace has the biggest balls. That's what it comes down to.
There's the irony. She's swinging the biggest dick in this conversation.
Jimmy, I said Trump should have nominated her for the Dong Finder General, because when she senses there's a dong out there, a secret dong, she don't stop till she clenches on and don't let go for dear life.
So some people are trying to say this is bad for her. Even if it's true, she's just tanked her career. She's on YouTube. She doesn't need anybody for a career. She's got her.
David, I have to tell you.
What's that?
I don't trust David 1429796
Yeah.
This sounds like an operative saying something, because no real person doesn't want to know about that.
That's right. If the president asked you for something in confidence, that is good. First of all, Trump had to know she was going to say something. No, Trump. I'm sure Trump didn't say, "Hey, off the record," because if he did say off the record, then she wouldn't be saying this, because she would have to agree. If someone says to you, and I'm sure she considers herself a journalist, if someone says to you, "Hey, I'll tell you something off the record," you have to agree to that. That means that you can't say what they're about to tell you. So apparently Trump didn't say off the record.
He asked for a favor.
So he asked for a favor, and maybe Trump doesn't actually like Macron, and he wanted her to say this shit.
Yeah. Jimmy, I think you're onto something, because if you recall, when he took those secret documents that the FBI made a fake thing out of when they raided Mar-a-Lago, and I thought this was maybe like silly, but now I'm going to re-examine it, because they said part of those secret documents about Macron's wife's dick. I swear to God that was a thing at the time, and I thought nothing of it. But now, you don't think there might be something to that? Now that we know it affects peace in Ukraine.
So yeah, I don't believe that this is a real person, David 1429796 I don't believe that's a real person. Why would you bother to put all those numbers behind your name?
But why would you say that, dude? David, you don't even have the dick of Macron's wife, is what I'm taking from this.
Yeah.
Oh, if you revealed it, you're done. By the way, everyone who works in government, please snitch. Please betray the vile blood oath you took to these evil people and snitch. All good in the world has come from snitches. Nothing, all the good we know about what evil our government does because someone had the courage to snitch. You know? Eric Snowden had to run to Russia. Julian Assange, who told us a lot of stuff we need to know, that guy took a lot of heat. You know? That's a hero. The snitch.
It's Edward Snowden.
What did I say?
Eric.
Oh.
So
either way.
Let me read the rest of this tweet because it's funny. Even if it's true, she just tanked her career. If the president asked you for something in confidence, that is good for the country and the world. And you revealed it. You're done. What? I've already unfollowed her, and I will not give her another view or nothing. She just proved to all of us that she thinks her career and her success matters more than everyone else. She just betrayed our president for traction.
Fake.
It got 2,000 likes, which I'm sure most of those are fake.
No, I'm sure there's idiots that liked it, but that sentiment is not a real human sentiment. That's an op.
Yes.
And we know Obama deployed 10,000 troops to Twitter when they signed the Smith Modernization Act.
So here, America First, at USA Always Wins, says, why would one world leader go to another world leader and tell them to stop talking about their wife? You could just say she's lying and that she's a crazy podcaster. But Macron specifically asked Trump to talk to her. This tells me that Candace is onto something she doesn't want to get out. Of course.
We know it's true now because of this. That's the most insane historical presidential story since Trump saying the F word at that outside the helicopter.
And now everybody knows that she was in her 40s and he was like 14 when they got 15. He was 15 when they got together. That's
it's a terrible story without the dick.
That's already considered. You're a pederast when you do that.
If it's a man, if Brigitte's a man, which I think Brigitte is
right.
a man.
So just the part that everybody agrees to on this story is already horrible, which I didn't even know until Candace Owens started talking about it. So the part that Macron agrees to is horrible.
Yeah. Remember Mary Kay Letourneau and her student, and she went to prison because she wouldn't stay away from him?
Yeah.
And now imagine instead of her going to jail, they ruled France and it affected the Ukraine peace process. Am I in cuckoo land?
Imagine instead of her going to jail, she ruled France.
What honestly in the name of Macron's wife's cock is going on here?
Hey, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting older. Yes. And I'm even starting to lose my hair, which you probably can't tell because I'm wearing pants. But the point is, we have a new thing to help you aging. It's introducing Qualia Senolytic, the first of its kind formula designed to help your body naturally eliminate senescent cells. This is a big deal. They've been working on this forever. Senolytics are a science field revolutionizing human aging. A big culprit behind that middle-aged feeling can be senescent cells, also known as zombie cells that linger in your body after their useful function, wasting your energy and resources. The accumulation of zombie cells can lead to less energy, slower workout recovery, joint discomfort, and basically just feeling old. Well, here's how it works. You take it just 2 days a month, helping your body naturally eliminate zombie cells to age better at the cellular level. You experience the science of feeling younger. So if you want to experience the science of feeling younger, go to quallife.com/Dore for up to 50% off your purchase and use code Dore for an additional 15% up. That's QUALIFE.com/Dore for an extra 15% off your purchase. Your older self will thank you. And thanks to Qualia for sponsoring this episode. Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.